So evidently there was a shooting at a Trump rally in Pennsylvania. There was 2 shots fired. I don't know much about it. The 2 guys on the radio were talking about it, and, you know, it got me that, I say this often, Trump plays to the lowest common denominator, you know? And that's what he does. And when you play to people at their lowest and at their worst, this is what happens. You know, this is what happens. I'm not talking to you. I'm not like John Kennedy with, you know, when John Kennedy talked about we go to the moon this decade, do other things, not because they're easy, because they're hard, because that goal will serve to motivate the best. Like, Trump's never been that guy. Trump is playing to the worst, which is, I guess, it's scary. And I say this often, to remember with Trump and Lauren Boebert and George Santos, like, somebody wants that. Somebody believes in that. Someone looks at that, gets up in the morning and smiles at chaos and doesn't look at it as it being something that's dangerous. You know, I think there'll be violence. I was thinking about that earlier. Whether or not he gets elected or doesn't, there'll be violence. Evidently, a lot of people are okay with just like walking on eggshells for the next 4 years with white mass shooters going wild like you had before. The MAGA bomber, the Tree of Life shooter, you know, you had a guy over in New Zealand that said that shot some people up, and he said he was inspired by Trump, and you know, I guess Americans are okay with that now. We're gonna just act like this is normal. They have mass shootings every week. You notice what Biden doesn't happen? Anybody notice with Biden, everything's relatively calm? That, you know, that he's not stoking violence. You know, I think that overwhelmingly, if Trump gets reelected, because see, this is right, so much of what Trump wants, he can't do. You know, I learned a long time ago that plank statements and stuff, that stuff's not possible. It's illegal, some of it. But by playing to crazy people and uneducated, low information people, by playing to those people, he can make them believe their world is possible. What am I talking about? Well, look at the guy in New York. You know, that Pizzagate shit came out saying that Obama was talking about pizza. I think pizza meant boy and cookies meant girls or something like that. You had a guy in New York went to a pizzeria with a gun and said, show me the kids, show me the basement. That actually happened. That's the world I live in. That's the world I live in. Imagine you eating dinner and a guy walks in with a gun, half cocked out his mind, talking about thinking that this is a front for sex trafficking, child sex trafficking. Like, that's the world, and that's the people that Trump plays to. Yes, sex trafficking is an issue, and you know, it's a serious issue of indefinite duration, of course. But he plays to the people that the right doesn't like. They're not that we disagree. He plays to them in that they are demons. They are the enemy. They're devils. They're actually harming society. And we never had that before. That's the danger with Trump. Like I said this before. I've been talking to my friends about it. I prayed about it, put it on the hands of God. But if Trump gets reelected, like I got my pistol out the shop, my AR waiting for me to get out the shop now. I got a holographic for it. If Trump gets reelected, I'm taking a rifle class. I'm taking a rifle course. I'm rifle 2. Like I'm gonna get a stop the bleed. I got a bleed class. I got a tourniquet everywhere I go. I got wound shit everywhere I go. Like I'm always ready. Like, everywhere I go, I got this stuff. This is like it's I don't go anywhere without this stuff. This is nowhere in the world. And we're just, I got a tourniquet. We're just pretending that this shit is normal now. And, we're just pretending that this shit is normal. And for me, I'll never accept that. Extra magazines wherever I go. I keep the shotgun in the car. Like, loaded, the safety on. Like, always. If that's the way America's going, that we just have to walk on eggshells because of a bunch of crazy, angry white men running around? Like, you know, talking to my friend about it, like, you know, because it sounds like the people I'm looking at, they want you to kind of like, you know, sign up in groups, which is okay. And he was game for it, you know. I'm going to stop the bleed class. No doubt about it. Like, I'm done as far as like enhancing my guns. I got a sling coming for the rifle. You know, that's it. That's the last bit. I got a vest. I get plates for my vest. Like, if Trump gets reelected, it's go time. Like, I'm serious. It's because they don't have a platform. Like Gary McFadden. So Sheriff Gary McFadden says they don't have a platform, and we don't have a platform. You have to create monsters. You have to create, you know, the thing that's in the bush. You have to create the thing in the shadows. And that's dangerous because you're not in politics to enhance life for Americans. You're just playing off violent rhetoric and stochastic terrorism to bigots and to, you know, crazy people. And I'm like I said, I'm everywhere I go, this thing's with me. I can't imagine going anywhere without it. I mean, wound guards. Yeah, I can't imagine going anywhere without it. You know, it's a terrifying time. Trump said if he gets reelected, he's getting rid of the pandemic response team again. As we're facing bird flu everywhere, like more and more cases not going away. It's just like, can Americans be this stupid? I get it, you know, be concerned about Biden and his age. But Trump told Bob Woodward that he chose the election over the pandemic. And now, in the throes of another pandemic, you want to re-elect him? Americans can't be this stupid. I don't think Trump should be a dog catcher. That's how I see. I mean, if he was the, you know, you have cops. They're like there's a cop. He killed a boy in Cleveland. He's been jumping around different departments. Everywhere he goes, people ride, people protest, and he loses his job. Like, that's how I see Trump, bro. He could not run for office in fucking Cumberland County without me being like, let's go out, let's hit the streets. Like, seriously. Like, what he did and the way he handled COVID was reckless and irresponsible. And you know, it's criminally negligent. Pandemic will go away. China hoax. Democrat hoax. You know, and I just think that the shooting is more emblematic of a society that has lost its moorings and that we're in a really dangerous era. You know, get ready.